Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP, and I have a new setup because now I have a bed rather than just a mattress on the floor. Um, and I wanted to talk about spontaneity in INFPs, and this came from when I've had discussion with other INFP YouTubers, where sometimes we'll just turn the camera on and then we'll come up with the topic that we were going to talk about after the camera is already rolling. And this is what happens with Vondel Pete and with older INFP insights. And I think Bufo Pergolinus as well. Not sure about Dolus. Dolus seems to really plan out his videos before he does it. And other people, it seems like they plan their videos a little bit more. I usually just go on a complete tangent, so I try to stay to one topic on a video. But yeah, so spontaneity. We are spontaneous, which is weird though, since, you know, it's not the same kind of spontaneity as an ESTJ would have, or as that ESTP would have, or that an ESFP would have. We're definitely not the same as judgers, but we're not the same as a lot of other perceivers out there as well. Because our kind of spontaneity, first of all, is any, and second of all, our any is just our second slot. So it's not, we don't really do things that are very crazy unless we're like in a shadow mode. Or like we want to have some kind of planning. And we think before we act. It's not that way around. Which is why when a lot of INFPs take the personality tests, they score J, because they like things to be, they'd rather things be organized, even though they're a mess. They'd rather have a plan and not be surprised by like that they have to go to a party in an hour. And well, a lot of the judger qualities are things that INFPs have, since our first function is a judging function. It's a FI, the introverted feeling. So what makes us perceivers? And how does that manifest? Well, I think that we do have any, and our any is what makes us like surprises. We like surprises, and we like going with the flow. We might be scared about change in a way because we have SI quite high up, like in the third slot, but any triumphs over SI. So I mean, I'm okay with my plans being disrupted if it's something fun. And if I've sort of, I usually don't plan very meticulously, so I leave room for things to happen. If things happen, then I might jump on that, you know? I don't plan very far in advance. I like when things just come. And all the best things in life seems to be when things just come. A lot of stuff that is planned is not actually what makes life really meaningful, to be honest, for me at least. The best times I've had were when things weren't planned. My dad is an ISTJ, so he likes to plan every minute of every day. You should see his lists. He'll be like 12:05, go and buy the groceries. 12:15, well, like, write the list for this list, you know. 12:57, be 3 minutes early precisely for this event. And he'll be there 3 minutes before the event, you know. I can't do that. Like, things pop up. Yeah. Sorry, I still have the COVID cough. But all sorts of things are just surprises. And it reminds me of an anecdote that I wanted to share. It's from when I was in middle school or primary school. Well, I knew this. It's a guy, and I think that he's an INTJ, and he was in a primary school with me, and then we were in the same school until we graduated high school. And I did not like this guy. This guy was weird. He was a nerd. I mean, I was also a nerd, but it was in a different way. He was very rigid. I think that he has autism. I'm not sure, but we'll never really know. But we weren't really friends. Also, he was a guy, and at that time I did not have any guy friends. I was just into having girlfriends. And but when I was in primary school, we did play a little bit together, because I had an ISFP best friend, I think, and she was really into horses, and she became a horse rider instructor. So that's the perfect example of an ISFP who realizes her dreams. She was really passionate for horses. Her mother was a veterinarian, and she always had tons of animals. And for me, as a city girl who didn't really have contact with animals, it was great having her as a good friend. She had a big Saint Bernard dog, and she was part of a family of 5 kids. So it was exciting going to her house. I learned to skateboard there, even though I did not really learn to skateboard. And it was just fun to have her as a best friend. But we needed to have another friend. We needed a third person to play our games. So we played horses and cowboy, and we played wolves and hunter. And he was obviously the cowboy and the hunter. And basically, we would run around free in the little courtyard at school, and he would devise plans to catch us, you know. And we were pitting him as the evil guy. And I'm sorry to all autistic people out there. I don't even know if he has autism, but the reason I'm talking about this guy is because of something that makes him kind of rigid. When we were in middle school, or maybe even high school, like sometime when we were around 14, something like that, we had to write an essay. Or I don't know if it was an essay. No, I think it was like a persuasive speech. We had to write a persuasive speech in English class about something that we wanted to throw out forever. It had to be like a 3-minute speech about something we wanted to throw out, like the opposite of a Pandora's box. We want to put it far away and throw it in the bin. So a lot of people chose to throw out war or violence or hunger. I think that I chose to throw out disease, which is topical because I became a doctor later on. But this guy said that he wanted to throw out surprises. And everybody was like, what? Like, I mean, there are good surprises and there are bad surprises, right? So you don't want to throw out all surprises. But he, I remember this distinctly, he said, all surprises are bad surprises. And we were like, but no, imagine if, you got a present for your birthday and that was a surprise. He said they would have been better if it hadn't been a surprise. And I remember thinking, wow, this guy's weird. But then I remember thinking, yeah, okay. I guess to him, everything feels better when it's planned. But for me, the surprises, even the bad ones, make life interesting. I don't like bad surprises, but if it's a price to pay to not have, like, to have good surprises, then I guess I'll pay it, you know? The problem is that mostly bad surprises are bigger than good surprises. You're more likely to, like, have a terrible bad surprise than to have a wonderful good surprise. I mean, like, if you lose your wallet, that's maybe a small thing, but it's a pretty big problem to have. Well, if somebody's like organizing you a super huge birthday party, I mean, it might be fun, but it might also be a little bit stressful. So a lot of good surprises can turn kind of annoying. But I still love the surprise. So I don't know why I'm talking about this. It is about spontaneity after all, but the INFPs are we're homebodies, but we're also spontaneous people. So I think that we like surprises. We don't like when everybody has everything planned for us, because we want to have a little bit of freedom to do stuff that we like. But we don't like when things are too unplanned, because then we can't sit and relax and daydream. We're always on alert. So yeah, that was my video about spontaneity and INFPs. The reason the camera's shaking is because I'm charging my phone at the same time. It kind of was about to die. So as you can tell, I haven't planned for this video. Yeah, tell me what you guys think. Bye.